Hey, welcome everybody. It is 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Time for Sci-Fi Distill. Welcome back, Mary Beth. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you?
Living the dream. I don't know whose
Living the
dream it
dream.
is, but it's
If
hey,
you live the dream, you
Christopher.
wake up screaming every day, right?
No, not that bad. Although I did
Chris
screw up my
the
shoulder.
Shadow is here tonight with us. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Yeah, already. So yeah.
Chris, have you seen
So
this movie?
what's that?
I asked Chris if he had seen this movie.
I don't know. So this is kind of a make me watch because I had never seen the movie. We're obviously
Well, it
doing.
just came out, so a lot of us have never seen.
We are doing Project Hail Mary. Yeah, but I didn't see it in the theater. A lot of people did.
I did not.
And I waited because I'm lazy and watched it the other night.
I can show you where I saw it. Well, I saw it at my house, but then I'll show you. Hang on.
You
Before
saw
I get
it
to the news, let me just entertain you with something stupid.
It's on Prime for those that are interested.
I saw it on the side of a barn.
Oh, well, outside.
Yeah, outside. My brother, it's my brother's barn, and we do I actually have a shot of the movie? Yeah, now it's kind of dark. You can kind of see the movie, and then there's the movie on the side of the barn. Yeah. We made our own little drive-in because we're crafty like that.
A lot of people doing that these days. They even have inflatable screens that you can buy. It's big inflatable screen things, and yeah, if you want to sit outside,
invest in that.
The whole time I preferred to sit in my recliner and watch it.
I know it's fun. It was really fun outside because my brother has goats and chickens and stuff. So it was fun. So but the whole time I was like, we need to do this. Like I could do this on the side of the new building in the Star Trek sector. Like we could put chairs in the parking lot and we could all watch a movie right there on the side of the sector.
You could, yeah.
Okay. James would kill me. He would never let me hang a screen up there, but that's neither here nor there.
Probably not. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, Project Hail Mary. But before we get into that, I think we have news.
We have a little bit of news, and as always, Rizzo, I want to hear your opinions on the news, guys. Summer is here, and the movie business is in full swing. End of Oak Street, which is the new dinosaur movie that's coming August 14th. Tickets for that are on sale now. Hi, John and Sue. I haven't seen you for a while. Star City up and running. Let us know if you want us to review it. Silo up and running. Let us know if you want us to review it. Paramount confirms World War Z Part 2 is in the works. A live action Gundam movie from Netflix just finished filming. That'll be coming. A RoboCop TV series in development at Amazon. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. Good things to look forward to. In strange news, very strange news. Strange New Worlds, they lifted the review embargo. So when people are allowed to see early, see the show early to write reviews, there's an embargo. They say don't release your review until such and such a date. The Strange New Worlds review embargo has lifted. I want to know who's doing these reviews. It's a 10-episode season, by no means perfect based on what critics are saying, but it has a 97, it has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. So I was like, no, it does not. And so I marched my little booty over there.
Yeah, those are Paramount shill accounts.
Yeah, Paramount shills. I marched my little booty over there. It does have a 100% score over there on Rotten Tomatoes. Only 11 people have reviewed it. I expect that number to go down. Although the previous season, for comparison, season 1 has 98, season 2 has 97, and season 3 is 88%. So I don't know. They liked season 1, I guess.
I mean, if you take Lower Decks out of the mix and you just take the live action stuff, I mean, it is the better of the 3 shows.
Yes. I agree with you.
It's not like the bar is really low. The bar is like you barely need.
And the bar's going to drop because we got puppets coming this season. So yeah, the bar's on the floor.
So it's not a high bar to clear. You basically can just.
So everybody, tomorrow, Thursday, July 23, Strange New World season 4 premieres. You can all watch it and see if you agree with the 11 people over on Rotten Tomatoes who gave this thing a 100%.
But was that on all 10 episodes or just the first episode?
I don't know. I think they only get 4 to 6. They only get a couple episodes to review, and so it was on what they had seen so far.
Fair enough. What else you got?
What else do I got? John, the Doomsday trailer is out. Have you seen the Doomsday trailer?
I did see that.
Whoo, packed full. Guys, kids, This thing is packed full of hints and details, and the Marvel nerds are like losing their shit.
And you know what? I have this much interest. Just don't care.
I don't know, man.
It's Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Stark or something, or some version of Stark? I heard. I don't know. I just don't care.
It's
anymore.
so packed. This thing is so. Even the trailer is so packed full of heroes that I'm like, I don't remember who this hero is. Who is that?
Well, they made a big deal because, like, at the very end, you see Chris Evans.
Yeah, you see.
And it's like, oh, you're
Chris,
back.
yeah.
It's like, okay. Yeah. But you were old man the last time we saw you.
Yeah,
but okay.
you went to spend your days with what's her name over in whatever galaxy.
But I think
the thing is, this movie's going to be like a bunch of it's going to be the multiverse again. So it's going to be like a whole bunch of multiverse like colliding, and it's just going to get confusing AF.
The only way they would have interested me is if they had Deadpool and Wolverine in there.
Which they may. We still don't know. They may.
That's what might be interested. I don't know if they like that. I mean, even if it's all Marvel Universe, sometimes that's usually a crossover they don't like. So like Avengers and X-Men. I don't. And again, I don't know. You guys that are the comic book people, I don't think I've ever seen them cross.
Not Avengers yet, but I think they're going to.
I think they're trying to get back the whole what they had years back.
Yeah, they're trying to get back what they had back in the day, but this isn't going to do it because it's just.
I'm on superhero burnout. I just don't care.
There's a great shot. There's a great opening shot of Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Loki actor, and I love Loki. I think Loki's going to be key to this. Loki actor Tom Hiddleston is advising all the fans to go back and rewatch his show Loki on Disney Plus. I enjoyed Loki. I thought that was great.
Loki was okay. The first season was okay. The second season, I was really confused.
Yeah, well, you got to keep trying. See, that's what I mean. It's going to be like that. This whole movie is going to be 2 hours of me being completely confused.
Yeah, and that's the thing. At halftime, I mean, I'm watching. It's just like watching the Dragon, House of Dragon. Okay, and I loved Game of Thrones, and I understood Game of Thrones.
House of Dragon is turning into a sitcom.
House of Dragons, I'm just like, who are they again?
Well, they're all blonde, so.
Is that on? Is he on theirs? I don't remember.
You're just gonna kind of remember that Matt Smith and Rhaenyra are the two leads, and then after that.
I mean, but it's like, okay, there's a battle. I don't really know who I'm supposed to be rooting for here, or if I'm supposed to care. I don't even know whose side on what. It's just. I always joke. I'm like, oh look, we're gonna get an hour of two people talking, and then we go to another two people talking.
In Valerian, they're not just gonna talk. They're going to talk in High Valerian, and you're going to have to read subtitles.
I know, I got a subtitle. And then, oh, wait, there's some dragon action. And then there's two people talking.
Matt Smith and Emma Darcy are so invested in the Valerian, and they're like really into it. They do all their scenes in Valerian now. Yes, Sue, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. That trailer is out. Is it out or is it coming out? Yeah, it's out or coming. Yeah.
I think it's out already.
Finally, tonight, John Capes. I don't know if you're here or not. I don't see you in the chat. John Capes brought this to my attention. People Magazine is going to run, and it's been on William Shatner's social media, so I'm not ruining anything here. People Magazine is going to run with this story. William Shatner, 95, and his daughter Melanie, 61, reveal that they both fought stage 4 cancer at the same time. They are both now cancer-free and credit groundbreaking treatments and strong family support for their recoveries. Melanie was just recovering from breast cancer treatment when Mr. Shatner was diagnosed with stage 4 malignant melanoma, which is skin cancer, that had spread to his lung and brain. He is fine. He is now cancer-free. This all happened in 2023, and I'm kind of reading through the article online, and I'm like, in 2023 he came to both of his events at the Star Trek set tour. He was doing pretty good, so. Yeah, they're both doing amazing, and long life to you, Mr. Shatner. But that is, if not on your newsstands now, it will be on your newsstands like within a week. That's the latest edition of People Magazine. It's the cover too. It is still around, and William Shatner has graced the cover.
There you go. So what? So what was that? Was it? You didn't need my. What was the opinion? You said you.
Anything I talked about. You got any opinions on any of that?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just, like I said, superhero. I'm full in superhero burnout. I still, it's amazing they're still trying to push this without any. I just want some new stuff, something new. It's got to be something new out there. Is it really? Are they really?
Super Troopers 3 is coming.
What?
Super Troopers 3 is coming.
Super Troopers 3, right? There you go. Something.
There you go. That'll cleanse your palate. That's a little palate cleanser, and then you can get back to the superheroes.
So yeah. So anyway, all right. So we're good there as far as news.
We're good there as far as news. Everyone, next weekend. Nah, that's not a lie. That's a lie. I'm about to lie. 2 weeks from now is Star Trek Las Vegas. Rizzo will be there. Why don't you, if you're going out to Las Vegas, make sure to say hi to him.
I'll be around. I'm always around.
He won't be wearing sci-fi distilled shirts, though. Or maybe he will. I don't know.
I might. I usually wear the Star Trek tour or just some other Star Trek stuff. Yeah. Or I'll be in my Enterprise jumpsuit for a lot of it because it is the 25th anniversary of Enterprise.
And the 40th anniversary of the one with whales.
Yep. So and we are doing a panel. I shouldn't say we. Brian and Dave are doing a panel for the Galileo there with the Trexperts. So.
Yes.
That should be good.
So if you have me in Vegas, check it all out.
Yep, if you're going, it's gonna be a good time. So anyway,
are we drinking anything?
We are drinking. I have, and it's gonna sound there it is. A classic Hail Mary.
It looks like a
it is a Bloody Mary, but it's kind of a Bloody Mary kicked up a notch. It's got some extra stuff, lime juice. Really, I guess some people would call this just a regular Bloody Mary. I guess it depends. Normally, Bloody Mary is like tomato juice, vodka, and some hot sauce or something. Done. But this adds a few things. There's another version called a Hail Mary that's more fruity and much more complicated.
This sounds better
because I actually like me a good Bloody Mary. I do enjoy, and I like mine with a little clam juice in there. Which is good. You never had that? How do you live in New England?
That becomes a Caesar, and that's not Mary anymore. It's a Caesar.
Is it? Well, whatever. Not a lot. Just give it a little flavor.
No, you don't need clam juice in there.
This is a rare. You live in Massachusetts?
I don't know.
You're like you know what? You're not native. That's what it is. You didn't grow up. You're not a native New Englander. You're not an Islander.
Oh, Long Islander?
No, from like New England. You weren't born.
I was born in Shrewsbury. I grew up in Shrewsbury. I graduated Shrewsbury High School.
All right. Well, then you should like clams.
No, I do like clams. I like them steamed. I do not like them in my drinks.
Well, then you're doing it wrong.
Clam juice or clamato or any of that. A little bit.
That's what clamato is. Actually, it's a thing. You're making I'm making up some crazy thing.
I want clamato. That is a very rare savory drink for you. Normally, you go with the sweet drinks.
I do, but if it's like what do you call it? Not a breakfast, lunch. What do they call that? Brunch sort of thing.
Chris, are you yelling at me? Chris, are you agreeing with me that you don't like clam juice or clam juice?
Yeah, I think he's
Chris,
agreeing.
Are you agreeing that we should have no
from
clam
Florida.
Juice?
They don't know. Florida doesn't know.
Juice?
Florida thinks they understand seafood, but they don't because it's warm water.
No, Florida does not do. I will say that as a Yankee, Florida don't know seafood from.
No, it's warm water fish. No good.
It's warm water. Anyway,
I think he's agreeing with you. I believe he's not on the clam side. I understand. It's an acquired. I wouldn't even say it's acquired. I grew up with it. Anyway, moving on.
Bill's talking about his wife. That sounds vaguely dirty, Bill.
Well, fine. I don't want to know, Bill. That's just a family show. Well,
this is a family show. We don't want to know what you're nailing.
It's not really, but we don't really need to know about anything. Poor Mary. Poor Mary.
Poor Mary. Sorry, Mary.
Anyway, so this is sort of a make me watch because I had not seen it until.
Oh, Chris, that's right. Chris, you're from Long Island, aren't you? Where are you from, Chris?
Oh, you live there now. You've lived there a long time, Chris. I think the heat seeped in.
He's mad. Okay, all right, Rizzo, you had not seen this.
I assumed you grew up there, Chris. I apologize. I don't know where you're from then.
No, he's from up north.
La Roche, yeah.
New York or one of the boroughs. I don't know, somewhere.
All right. New York doesn't do clams either. That's not a New York thing.
Oh, he loves it. He loves.
He loves clam juice. Okay, so there you go. All right, Chris, fist pump.
Fist pump. Yeah, no, Rocky. All right, Chris, good job.
All right then.
If you've seen the movie, you know Rocky can only go.
Yeah, Rocky gets it wrong. So all right, so this is sort of I liked it. I never read the book. a coworker I was just talking about it yesterday with did read the book, and said this was pretty accurate to the book with one like little like minor thing. Apparently they tried to nuke the North Pole to try to warm the Earth up or something, but that didn't work.
The character other
than that, he said it was pretty accurate to the book. I liked the movie.
It's fist my butt.
I did. I guess I kind of liked the way they jumped back and forth to them on the mission back to the run up to the mission.
On the mission.
Of course, once you realize, and spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen this, we're going to spoil.
Yeah, guys, huge spoilers tonight. If you haven't seen the movie,
if you haven't seen the movie, the fact that they forced him to go.
They did. Can we talk about that for a minute? Because that was a little like
that was one of the most disturbing parts of the movie. I really was like, you kind of felt like, could you imagine what he was going through? Because you're like, I don't blame him running. I'd be like, no, I'm not.
I would run too. That was really disturbing. Like legit, you're gonna drug this guy and send him to his death?
That I thought was a little crazy.
And I get her argument is like, you're gonna die here, die there, die here. What does it matter? But no.
Yeah, you'd rather die with people. I think I'd still rather.
We
die
should
here.
have the agency to choose when we die.
Right. I thought that was really shitty of them. Maybe that's why he didn't want to go back. At the end, he's like, screw them. But at least it's so once you see that scene, then a lot of things click into place.
Yeah.
In the beginning, because you're like, and even I was like, well, why? Okay, they said his memory would be faulty for a while, and the computer thing said there'll be some memory loss because he was in the coma for so long, but then he's like, he didn't like knew where he was, like he was really confused, and now it makes sense because he went from passing out by the fence to waking up 11 light years from Earth, which is kind of messed up when you think about it. So anyway, so that was kind of messed up part of the movie. The one other thing I did notice, and I wish they never explained, correct me if I'm wrong, what happened to the other two astronauts. They died, but we don't know why.
We don't know. And you know what? I was just reading an article about that. The author, Andy Weir, he doesn't know what killed them either. He's just like, yep, they're dead. Moving on. Like,
yeah. And one of them looked really old. Like, I guess it looked like they've been dead a while. And then the woman,
it looked like they've been dead a while.
And the woman was
because they were supposed to be in a coma, right?
Yeah, they weren't like in suspended animation. It was just a coma.
They're just a coma,
or something.
Yeah.
Some weird. So they,
He speculated. He gave a bunch of probabilities, and I can pull that article up right now if you guys want to know. But no, he deliberately left it unknown.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird because you really never got to know those characters.
No, you didn't. The one guy was played by Ken Leung, who I adore. I love Ken Leung. He played on Lost.
The other one was the AT&T girl. The other one was the AT&T girl. The one that was she did all the AT&T ads. That was her name. I can't think of her name.
Milana
Van Trump.
Van Trump, yes, Milana Van Trump. I did not know she was the AT&T girl.
Yeah, she did. She was selling off iPhones for the longest time. She actually did a couple of funny web series where she was like in space thing. Anyway, she's actually pretty talented. I'm surprised she doesn't get more work. I mean, for comedy,
work is hard to come by.
Anyway, just a little fun fact there. So he wakes up, and of course he's got to figure it out. Now, one of the funny things is what I thought was, let me back up. I didn't go into this movie knowing anything really about it, other than the fact that I knew that he was on a mission to save Earth and had something to do with the sun. That's all. And there was this.
That's all you knew? Okay.
And apparently there was this alien rock character in there, but that was where a lot of confusion was for me because I didn't at that point know they were in another solar system. I thought he was going to our sun.
Well, when he first wakes up, he thinks he's still in our solar system.
Well, clearly, because he says send a message to Earth, and it'll take 11 point something years, which you notice, and this is something, again, they didn't really explain, but I guess it is explained in the book, that when he is going to go back to Earth and he leaves Rocky, it says 4.5 years or something in transit. I'm like, well, how did they? It's like half the time. And in the book, apparently, it's explained that Rocky fixes his engines better so it works more efficiently.
Yeah, Rocky's a really good engineer. Yeah.
Rocky, yeah.
He's
so Rocky fixed up
rocks.
so his engines were, so his engines would work better. So that's what that was never said in the movie. We just
no, it was not said. He does give him the what are those called? The little black whatever they are.
Something phages.
The phage, yeah, the solar astrophage. He gives him astrophage, so he's got power to get home. So
he gave him some of his. Now that's another thing I didn't get. If these things are floating through their ribbon in this solar system,
why couldn't he just scoop up? He had just scooped up more.
I know he just scooped up.
He just did a spacewalk to scoop some up. You couldn't just scoop some up.
Well, he wasn't scooping up them. He was scooping up the microbes and stuff in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which was another silly
sample from the stream to see what was
the stream. Why the hell did he have to go outside to pull the thing back in? Like this engineer comes up with this fancy thing, he makes the chain, but he can't invent a winch.
Because sometimes you have to manufacture drama to make your movie 3 hours long.
Because so that the only guy that could fly the ship wasn't in the ship.
Exactly. Although Rocky pushed some buttons when the ship went out of control,
well, he had to, right?
Grace hit his head. Rocky came out of his habitat and pushed some buttons.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Rocky knows how to fly the ship, I guess. I don't know
enough to probably watch him. The one thing, I mean, they didn't really. There was a couple of goofs, I thought. One at the end not near the end when they separate and they say goodbye for the first time. He cuts the rock or whatever off to separate. But earlier in the movie, they showed it retracting like on its own, like they could detach it.
Yes, I noticed that he had to saw through, like it had hardened.
Yeah, there was no reason to do that because apparently earlier in the movie and that shows up as a goof.
Yeah, and it comes up.
Look up stuff.
Oh, is that a goof?
And I thought about it too, and I'm like, why is he doing that? It retracts.
It clearly retracts.
The only thing I could think, here's my only thing, if I had to explain it, is he purposely did that so he had a sample of the material of his ship or whatever.
Oh, he left him some
back to Earth with him. That was that's my theory.
His xenium. He was using everything with xenium or something. Or xenon.
No, it was xenon.
He had solid xenon.
Xenon gas that's solid.
Solid xenon.
So that they did another thing they didn't come out and say it, but I assume it was true that his theory that there's life based other than water. Remember the whole argument in the beginning of the movie that he had this theory that kind of got him kicked out of science.
Yes.
And that here we have a creature that is clearly some kind of xenon based life form, not water.
Rocky is, yes.
That can't even survive in an oxygen atmosphere.
She went to find him because at first they thought the astrophage. They're like, this thing is surviving in the sun where there's no water, so you might be right. And then they found out, no, it still needs water.
Yeah, but Rocky himself.
Well, that's
what I'm saying. So they're saying that he was right. He was right that there could possibly be life that is not based on water.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Rocky.
No, they didn't. But like I said, they never came out and say it. But that's my speculation. Is that they're kind of that he's right. Although that was at the very, very, very end when they had built him that habitat for himself. For him to live
on the ocean.
There was an ocean. Is the ocean really on that planet, or was that just built?
I think that was all pure manufactured for him. Yeah. Which is interesting. Like the kids all went to class in his habitat. That's fascinating.
They were adjacent to it because there was still a barrier.
They were within their enclosure. Yes, because they can't be in his atmosphere. But the
enclosure don't really show you what the planet,
his enclosure.
Yeah. They don't show
it's like
you
when it's like you know what it's like? It's like when you go to SeaWorld and you go through the shark tunnel and you can look up and the sharks are above you.
Yeah.
That's what that's like.
That's what it's like. Yeah, it's a little habitat. It's like
a habitat within a habitat.
He looked like he was going to be at least. And one thing I do glad because it was a
Bill says Rocky needs water too.
I don't know, but they never come
now
out.
I got to read the book.
I'm saying again, you read the book. The book may be more clear on that. So
maybe the movie kind of glossed over it.
But see, that would be weird because water is oxygen, hydrogen, and clearly an oxygen atmosphere was very toxic to Rocky. So if he had water in his system, he would be toxic to himself, wouldn't?
I don't know, but
I don't know enough about rock biology.
His habitat was much warmer Now I got to go back. I should have been taking notes during the movie.
Yeah, it was much warmer in that. Right,
it was
much
warmer
in,
and sulfuric, maybe. So there was something else going on.
There was a completely different atmosphere. There was completely foreign to both life forms, so to speak. The one thing I did like, at least that they did, because at first when he's like, I got to go back and I can't go to Earth and get Rocky, so he goes back to get Rocky, and I was like, okay, this movie's still going. Because you really kind of wanted him to get home, right? Like that was kind
you wanted
of
the movie to wrap up. By then you're 2 hours in and you got to go.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. But at least when you see that last scene and they have the one line, I'm glad when they do these little things because it does make a difference, at least to me. Hey, we repaired the Hail Mary. She's ready to go if you want to go home. Like he has that option sitting there. The ship's ready to go. So it's like, and they just leave it like that, which I'm fine with him because he may say, well, I'm going to stay here for a little while and then go home. Or, you'd think he'd want to go home, but because clearly they have better science, so they could visit Earth.
Yeah,
only a few years.
I want to know more about the ship. The ship looked like it was made out of long, skinny poles.
Yeah, they didn't really explain
Bill's teaching us science. Hang on real quick.
Water molecule is different from an O2 molecule. Well, of course. You can actually, Bill, if it's oxygenated enough.
Did you not watch The Abyss? We've learned all about breathing.
That was some real shit, by the way. You breathe water for 9 months, Bill. Your body will remember.
I wanted to see more inside Rocky's ship. I wanted to see,
I got the impression it wouldn't have been very interesting because it was just going to be rock stuff that doesn't look like anything to us.
It was really metal. Yeah, you're right. He's rock, but his ship looked on the outside to be very metal. And you would kind of wonder.
It looked but it clearly he can manufacture. Like he was manufacturing that chain out of I don't know what, like almost out of thin air.
Out of the xenon, I guess.
Yeah, so he clearly, it was. I think I know what you're saying. You like to see that thing, but sometimes I think the mystery of stuff is better. Yeah. It was like the original, like when they did the cut of Close Encounters, and we didn't see inside.
Oh,
and then we saw inside the ship, and it kind of took some of the mystery away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I like them leaving things to your imagination a little bit.
They just leave.
And I didn't really. It wasn't necessary to see inside his ship. I mean, just didn't it?
The thing about this movie that cracked me up. Well, I was talking about this today. Is like, and you first notice it when Rocky's ship pulls up next to Grace's ship. And Grace would go, and Rocky would go.
That was funny.
And they were doing
there's the humor. The humor they stuck in, which was funny. Yes. And he couldn't fly the ship to save his life.
No.
Which again makes sense. You understand that. I kept going, why didn't they train this guy at least on some basic stuff? Okay, he's a scientist, but
because they literally like everybody else is dead. You're going.
Yeah, they knocked him out and threw him on the ship. He had no prior. That was it.
He had no prior.
But we understand that later in the film. We didn't make any sense because I was going. I'm like he would at least had some basic trainings of how to operate the ship.
Yeah.
Like fly a little bit, not necessarily be an expert, but they always cross train as they call it.
Yeah.
So, but clearly now we know why. They really was a Hail Mary when you think about it, because they stuck this guy, and then the two people that could have flown the ship died.
Yes, Martin, I absolutely 100% noticed the use of the Close Encounters 5 tones in this movie.
Yeah.
What a wonderful nod. That was fantastic. But what kind of made Rocky, because I was thinking about like alien depiction of aliens, and everyone's like, yay, Rocky's finally kind of like a different kind of alien, but he's still kind of not. And here's the reason why. And that ship thing is the first time you notice it. Rocky has the same emotional palette as a human being. Rocky understands happiness. He understands anger. He understands fear. He understands sadness, right? Like the big four of human emotions. He has them too. Yeah. We have a commonality. We have a shared palette of emotion. And I thought about that. And then I realized, you know what? It will always be. And I was like, what can they do? Well, they could do another Spock and have no emotion. Like, there's not much they can do unless you create a character whose only emotions are jealousy. I don't know what, satisfaction.
You have no idea. Yeah. I mean, you have no idea what, again.
Like, you have to always depict aliens.
This is a film. we're
through the
not,
lens of a human. Yeah.
there's it's science fiction, but they did take quite a few liberties with a bunch of stuff. But yeah, Rocky, I mean, he looks different, that's for sure, but yet he
He
still
looks
has
different.
kind of manipulating hands and
Little hands, yeah.
little tiny hands. And they never, I thought they were going to explain like the little kind of, he has like, I don't know if there was his eye.
Yeah, what
little,
were they?
like,
Were they
teal round things on his body.
I saw those. Were they decorative or were they
I don't know
actually
if I thought they were going to say, I thought it was at first, I thought maybe that's his eyes. That's how he sees. But then I guess
that's what I thought too. I thought, oh, that's his eyes.
Because he doesn't, but didn't they imply that he can't hear, right? Or something? He doesn't hear.
No,
sound.
he can't see flat things because they had to like, he can see
right,
dimension.
Everything was, he had that thing that would show him texture.
Yeah, because he had to put the stuff on the clock to make the numbers on the clock show up.
Yeah, because it's almost like he can't see things in a flat plane.
And so then how did he make him? He finally got him seeing screens. How did they end up making him seeing a screen?
I think, he had his own little screen that would like make a 3D image sort of thing on his little screen so he could see what was going on.
That was his. Okay. I didn't realize that was his.
He made that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could probably call that didn't track right. But I mean, this isn't the kind of movie where you're going to nitpick that stuff.
Just enjoy.
There was a lot. I
enjoyed because once they get going, it's really quite endearing and funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the only tense part is the part where he's outside the ship and he might fall off.
Yeah, that is kind of. Well, maybe when he first wakes up is a little tense too, but the part where he almost falls off. And then
it was funny. Even the part where he wakes up is funny because he flops off the table and the robot's like dragging him back, like trying to drag him back. I thought that was pretty funny.
Making fun of the robot because the
robot's like, no, come back here, and he like slithers out of his sleeping bag. Yeah. So I mean. It had a lot of great moments, and you don't normally see that. Like when you usually think of alien movies, they're usually horrible, scary. Yeah. The aliens are coming to kill you. That's why I kind of like this movie because it wasn't taking itself too seriously. It had enough humor in it where it wasn't a comedy, but yet it broke up and it made you feel, I don't know, a little more connected with the film and him as a character.
Well, it gave you a little more hope for the universe. I mean, maybe there's actually other kind creatures out there. Maybe not. I don't know. We weren't food for a change. And he went and got to live a long, happy life. Like it had a happy ending. You don't normally see that.
Yeah, no, right, because they were both. He was supposed to die. Now, clearly, Rocky's mission, they were supposed to go home. It wasn't a one-way trip for those guys. Of course, we don't know how far away they were. I did like the theory that two different races on different parts of the galaxy or solar systems had the same exact problem, and were looking for the same exact solution in the same exact place. I mean, it's kind of a 1,000,000 shot, but because at first when he gets there and he sees the ship,
and it says what the ship says object A is detected. Like it says something funny.
It was very strange, but I was looking and I'm like, maybe what originally I thought was going to be was that was Rocky's solar system, and that ship was what was saving them. They were using it to collect the phase or something and keeping it from doing whatever it was doing. And originally I thought, this is how they're gonna have to figure out what machine they're using. But clearly that wasn't the case.
It's not 1,000,000 to 1 because think about it. It was the only star where the astrophage was not killing the star. So of course all the scientists would go to study that.
Right. No, that's obviously why they both ended up there. Clearly.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's more statistically improbable that they arrived at the same time. That's statistically improbable. But the fact that they choose that place to study makes sense.
Yeah, the other thing is how quickly they learn to talk and communicate. Of course, they don't really.
They learned real quick. But the movie can't be 4 years long. The movie has to be.
No, and you don't really know exactly. You don't know how long they were.
We don't know how long they hung out and
they talked before that. And clearly, they had to keep the story moving.
Yeah, he started programming the computer with the words. And did he get them wrong, or were they always correct? It's a lot.
We never got.
But he just lucked out that he met a friendly alien who could share desire, share the same need to solve this problem.
He was very ET like.
Very ET. Yeah. Very ET-esque.
So, I mean, and then again, we always assume that's kind of, again, a sci-fi trope that every alien we meet wants to kill and eat you. I mean, that's just, why do we think that would be the case?
Do you remember in Independence
Day? The fact that Mother Nature generally is kill or be killed.
Because animals, because it's a circle.
Consume one another.
We're not the apex of the food chain in the greater universe. That makes perfect sense. Remember in Independence Day, and he says they're like locusts. They just go from world to world, eating all the resources or whatever he says, and then they move on. Like that just kind of rings true. Like you go, oh yeah, that could actually happen.
Well, I mean, and that is kind of the basis of the what the hell the movies where we're the aggressors, the blue people.
Oh, Avatar, yeah.
Because that's like we're the ones coming out their planet and
going from
their resources.
World.
I mean, it was a little too preachy, especially the first one. I actually didn't watch any of the other ones. But I mean, that was the basic premise, is that we were the monsters. We were the aliens coming and destroying their world.
Have you met us? Rizzo, have you met us?
I know. It totally makes sense.
I kind of see it. I mean,
Totally makes sense. So maybe that's why we assume everybody's going to do it to us.
So this was a breath of fresh air for movies for 2026. I would like more like this, please. Maybe a little shorter.
It was like 2.5 hours. It was a little long.
It was long. It keeps going and going, and I'd seen it twice, and the second time it was longer somehow. Because you know what I mean? Because I was like, oh, we still haven't got to the part where
I know. I watched this, and I mark your calendar. I watched this straight through.
Did you really? I
did not. I got up. I think I paused it once or twice just to go up and pee.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I know people that know me. I don't do that.
I was like, no, he watches it in chunks.
I watch it in chunks.
And because I told you when you said let's do this, I was literally like, start watching now, man. It
would have took me like 2 days to watch this movie normally. But yeah, well, Liz watched it with me, so that was our whole evening. Usually we watch about 2.5 hours of TV, starting at 7, about 9:30. So that filled up the entire TV time. So and it's good. I mean, I don't regret it. It was a good movie. I mean, I have gone to the movies. I did go see one of the Avengers movies in the theater. That was like 3 hours.
I'm still waffling on if I want to see Super Troopers in the theater.
Well, you have to, because you got to go buy me the popcorn bucket.
Oh, I got to get some popcorn, and I want a liter of cola because I think that's the funniest.
You just want the popcorn bucket. You told me you're gonna buy me one because I don't have them up. I don't know for sure if they have. I mean, because I'm not gonna get to go see it while I'm in Las Vegas, as much as I'd like to. So I'll see when I come home. I'll see when I come home at like the Sticky 6 or something. So we call it. Actually, they've improved the Sticky 6. It's really not bad anymore.
It's not sticky anymore.
I used to call it the Sticky 6, but they modernized it with the big seats that recline and stuff. So it's better.
Oh yeah, that's what we have too. We got the seats that recline.
It's not stadium theater seating or anything like that, or IMAX. It's just a little.
I love the seats that recline. Invariably, I get the broken seat that doesn't recline, and everybody else is laying back, just kicking back. I'm still sitting upright.
Well, you can move. Not like it's an assigned seat.
Actually, when you buy your ticket, you have to pick your seat.
No, not around here.
Oh.
Not here. No,
the sticky. Chris, we're not explaining that, Jeff.
Six.
Oh, yeah, Martin, Quiet Place aliens were horrible. They were so scary. We should do Quiet Place.
I don't think I've seen that one. No.
That
sounds more horror-like.
Yeah. It absolutely is more horror-like.
Usually not my shtick.
No, but it's aliens. So
I was planning. I said I should go see this in the theater. This Hail Mary, and I, of course, like always, best laid plans. I did not.
That's all right.
And I know a lot of people are going to see Odyssey, and that's getting also apparently a lot of people like.
Okay, we're on a tangent here, which we do on this show. So just everybody buckle in. The Odyssey is 2001: A Space Odyssey, a beat from beat remake of the Odyssey. And if it was, where the fuck have I been? Like, where have I been that I didn't know this?
How is 2001: A Space Odyssey beat for beat
It's an
of the
ultra
Odyssey, the actual
futuristic
Odyssey.
version of the Odyssey. Everything that they go through in the Odyssey, he goes through in 2001.
Okay, that's like another whole show because you'd have to explain that to me because I'm not seeing that at all.
Anybody else catch that?
Where were the sirens and the Cyclops and all the other things?
Well, the Cyclops is Hal.
Okay, you're just putting things together. It's not. You're just like
okay. I will find was it a clip, a video clip, or was it? I'll find where I got that idea.
Those who have seen both movies, and I know the basic story of the Odyssey, so I don't need to necessarily see this one, assuming it follows the Greek lore. How is it a remake? It's 2001: A Space Odyssey. No, I'm not seeing it. He was trying to get home to his family. Bowman wasn't trying to get home.
Well,
trying to go. There's a space baby in the Odyssey. Thank you, Bill. There was no space baby.
They both overcome obstacles. They both.
Well, I mean, that's like any movie.
It's like the hero's journey.
I think the only thing people are even remotely putting it together is they both have Odyssey in the name.
3 movies that are secretly adaptations of the Odyssey. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar. Which one? Go to White Castle?
No, Escape something.
I've never seen the Harold and Kumar movie either, so I can't.
Maybe Ola Pablo from Mexico can bail me out. She ate her, did it? Oh, no. Fight a Cyclops. That's the same. They both fight Cyclopses. And Dave Bowman. And in the Odyssey, he's a bowman.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Okay, back to Hail
I
Mary.
wish Arthur C. Clarke was still alive so he could say you people are all smoking something. Because I'm sure that's not what he was thinking when he wrote this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, at this rate, you could start making connections. Any adventure movie was just like the Odyssey.
Everything's a remake.
The Odyssey,
everything's a remake.
The Odyssey was like the original action film movies.
Yeah, it was the first adventure ever. Yeah,
it was. It was like one of the first type of things.
Before they had movies and TVs, they just told each other adventures. What is happening?
I don't know. Chris is trying to type too fast, I think.
What's the pressed? The Odyssey is a sequel to
Hal Has Many Eyes. Hal does have many eyes. You're right.
Hal did watch them from every room in the ship, so yes.
That's true. He had an eye everywhere. He was more godlike than he was ogre with an eye. Anyway, I'm not buying that one. That sounds like somebody just scraping at straws trying to get some clicks on a video. You clearly got sucked into.
Oh, I love some good Here's the Deal videos. I love that crap.
But anyway, back to the Hail Mary. I don't know what else we should talk a little bit about cast.
Yeah, we absolutely should.
Although Ryan Gosling, well-known, good-looking guy. Good leading man. What else are you going to say? He's been in a ton of stuff.
We all know Ryan. The one that stood out for me was Sandra Huller as Eva Stratt, the woman who is like, "Nope, sorry, you're going."
Plays the quintessential German with no personality.
Yeah, quintessential German with no sense of humor.
No sense of humor is what I should say. Not that they don't have any personality, but very low on the humor scale. Unless on Sprockets, now we dance.
Yeah, now it's time to dance.
Time to dance. No, yeah, she does. She's very straightforward. She's very focused in this character role.
Except for when she gets up, she does karaoke for like 2 stanzas, and then she goes, "That's enough," and she gets.
You think that was her voice?
I have no idea, but the character, as a character,
yeah.
And the song she sang, like the whole time, you're like, "Oh God, these people are gonna die." She's singing this song.
That was told to me that is Harry Styles. That song.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Well, I didn't know that, but my wife did because my daughter is a Harry Styles disciple. So she loves Harry Styles. So apparently it was a Harry Styles song. There you go. Things you didn't know, and nor did you care to.
Hey, I'm looking it
So
up.
James Ortiz is Rocky. Of course, he's also the guy that did the animation.
Oh, Sign of the Times. She sings Sign of the Times. Yeah.
Yeah. So he does the guy that does the voice also did the motion for Rocky.
Yes. There's tons of behind the scenes footage of that. You can see that happening. It took a team of puppeteers to bring Rocky to life in multiple sizes. Big Rocky, little Rocky. All kinds of Rockies. But yeah, it was his voice. But I think it was one of those situations where he had just been doing it on set, and by the time the movie was over, they were like, we think he's his voice because he's been his voice. Yeah. And but did you remember when they were flipping through all the voices? Like they flipped through Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
they flipped.
I love that. He goes. She could do anything. I love that line.
She can do everything.
She can really do anything.
She can do anything.
I love that line because she is. I do love Meryl Streep, and I think she's a great actress. What
was the line? Like why is there a school teacher in space or something like that?
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. Like why is he in space? So,
so funny.
Lionel Boyce. Now, you guys might recognize him if you watch The Bear, which is also an excellent show on Hulu. The Bear is the story about the restaurant in Chicago.
Yes.
Very good show. Excellent show. He's on that show. We already talked about Melania.
Carl was fun. I liked Carl.
And
yeah, we talked about Ken. We talked about Milana.
Yeah, coming on. The rest of them aren't standout that I'm aware of.
No one else is jumping out at me.
I mean, the hardware store cashier gets a big credit, and she's only in that in the very beginning, right? So there's really not a lot of cast to this, especially once you get.
No, it's a lot of Ryan running around with James Ortiz.
It's the Ryan Rocky show. And it took me a second. Okay, you guys are thinking I'm an idiot. So when he's talking about Rocky's wife, and he says, "What's her name?" and he goes, "That's her."
He sings for you.
And he goes, "Well, we got to come up with a human name." And he goes, Adrian, and I'm like, and it took like a beat. 3.
Adrian.
I told you, it just took me a couple beats before it clicked in. It didn't get it instantly. I got it within seconds.
But you just love like Rocky said, "Oh, Grace looked disgust when eat."
Yeah.
How do you look when you eat?
Yeah, I mean, Rocky was. You're right in the sense that he had too many. He was essentially human in a different form. I mean, he was.
He had the same emotion.
Yeah, he was kind of childlike.
A little bit. I mean, he was clearly smart, but
yeah. They never explain why he didn't die, and the rest. They kind of explain why the rest of his crew died, Rocky's crew.
He says, "I don't know
why he didn't die," because it was the same thing with the phage was interacting with the whatever the hell their ship.
The engines, the ship, whatever.
Yeah, so they didn't explain how he survived. Like, why did he survive?
No, they don't.
Of course, they didn't also explain why Grace survived and not the other two.
Nope. Didn't explain that. A lot of things, Andy Weir, a lot of things left unsaid, Andy Weir. We do know Andy Weir, not personally, but we've heard of him before.
The Martian is probably his next most popular or well-known.
Yeah, I think so too. The Martian is probably, and that I love the hell out of that movie.
It's good. It's certainly not my favorite movie. It's another slugfest to get through that movie, though.
But it's the same kind of positive. We're gonna science the shit out of it, and we're gonna make a solution.
Yeah.
And he also gets home safe. Like I like we're gonna fix this. We're gonna figure it out, and they do, and they get. I love that. That is what Star Trek: The Next Generation used to be. It used to be competency porn. This is competency porn. I love competency porn.
Yeah, the only thing that bothered me about The Martian, and the one big niggle is the whole premise of how he got left on Mars doesn't track because the air's not thick enough to create a storm of that magnitude on Mars. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, we needed the story to happen. I mean,
you wouldn't have that kind of wind and that kind of storm. That was one of the only, but that was like the only thing he got wrong as far as the science. He did the potato thing was pretty accurate. There was apparently a scene in The Martian where it's just in the book. He rolls the rover over when he's trying to go to the other You know, he's got.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they didn't. They left it out of the movie. They didn't put it in. Again, it probably wasn't necessary.
Yeah, Bill is saying he was in engineering, which was better shielding. So that's in the book that Rocky survived because he was tucked away in engineering when all his other crewmates died. Is that what it is, Bill?
Yeah, I guess that's what you're saying. Yeah. So, that makes sense. Again, these are little things that they just leave out that I ask questions about.
Gotta get away.
Why? Why is this?
Andy Weir, write some more books. I like them.
He wrote one called Artemis, which is ironic because it is kind of more about
not
Artemis, but it's another space adventure.
Is he? Well, he clearly is into writing the science fiction. Is Artemis also made into a movie?
It's not a movie. It's just a book he wrote. Not everyone. I'm sure eventually, though. It seems like he's doing good with his books. He's getting into the Crichton.
He's the new Michael Crichton.
New Michael Crichton. Although Michael Crichton's still around, so still writing books.
Yeah, Crichton's still out there. So yeah, absolutely two Rocky thumbs up for this.
Yeah, 2 Rocky thumbs up. I did like this movie. I would recommend, if you haven't seen it, I definitely watch it.
Yep.
It's worth watching on the biggest screen you have. It is very visually stunning. I'm sure if you saw this in IMAX or at least on a big screen, it was probably very impressive.
If you would like to come to the Old McDonald Drive-In, we'd love to have you. We do make s'mores over an open fire while we're watching a movie on the side of the barn.
It's like becoming such a thing. A lot of people we go camping, at campgrounds, and we see a lot of families kind of doing that on a small, they have a screen outside. They'll either do a projector and they're sitting around. Although it kind of me, it's like you're camping. You're supposed to be enjoying the outdoors.
Yes, this is like,
but to each their own.
My brother lives kind of in the middle of nowhere, so he has no neighbors to bother with this. But like, this was
I could easily do
size.
Yeah, I could easily do it at my house too.
It's a drive-in. He created a drive-in theater. It was like, Michael, you had brothers.
A lot of people are doing that stuff. I saw one where somebody did it to their pool, so they had it at the end of the pool, so everybody's in the pool floating.
Everybody's in the pool floating.
Yeah, they rear projected it, so you can watch.
That'd be cool. No. He had to put the projector on top of his Jeep. Like, he had it up on the Jeep and they had a big JLB speaker. And I'm looking at the speaker going, oh my God, I need that
1 year.
I need that for Trek.
We should do that. We could do it at the KFC, the pavilion. Set it up outside.
I would love to do that. I would love it. Canada has like a 7x10 screen. That would be big enough.
I have a stretch one that's like 9x10. You have to stretch it.
There you go.
In fact, James still has the trust that I gave him that it was for. So it's still in the back.
Well, you're never gonna get that back.
No, I gave it to him. It was meant to. I wanted it out of my basement, so I gave it to him.
Should we show a movie for Trek Hunter? Like, we don't normally do that, but
we'd have to get technically because we have to get we'd have to get permission.
But like what he did was
we did do it.
Like,
we did do it with 52577. Remember, we showed that in the school.
Oh, but I got permission for that. Yeah.
We got permission, right? We got permission from the director. So we would technically need, although I'll be like, we have Star Trek. We have a Star Trek license. We can show a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, we can. Yes.
So we could show a Star Trek movie. Wrath of Khan.
Bill is saying they watched a movie on the battleship Massachusetts. On where? Which battleship? The one here in Massachusetts. That's the
battleship Mass.
Yeah, no. The battleship Massachusetts here is the starts with C, maybe.
You think of the Constitution?
Maybe.
The one that's in Boston Harbor? The tall ship?
No, it's a battleship. It's a proper battleship.
I'll say the tall ship. That's the Constitution.
No, the USS Massachusetts or the one in Battleship Cove. Well, what are we talking about? What is happening right now?
Whatever. You guys can chat about that later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to kind of wrap things up, I like the movie. Obviously, you like the movie. I think it's worth seeing. I thought this was kind of fresh. I didn't see a lot of tropes other than the kind of the ET trope. But I like the whole. It was a new take on a science problem or a way of Earth in trouble that wasn't anything because the astrophage, whatever they were just animals. They weren't. It was almost like they weren't like in Independence Day where they were intelligent and they were doing this on purpose. It was just
they doing their thing, and then they had natural predators, so it all kind of worked out, you know.
It turned out that they found the natural predator.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that worked out perfectly. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Fresh, completely fresh, no used tropes that I can.
No, there was, like I said, the Rocky thing was a little ET-ish, in my opinion.
A little ET-ish, but entertaining and endearing. So
he was cute.
It's been a hot
hot
minute since we had ET, so it's about time. But we're due.
Yeah, for the most part, you're right. I mean, it's okay. I'm just saying, I'm not. There's only so much you can do these days that's original, and I think this was probably about
everything is a copy of everything. Yeah.
Everything is derivative. Everything's derivative. So, it was good. I liked it. It was fresh in the sense that it had enough humor in it that didn't take itself too seriously. It wasn't one disaster after another. Like they had the one problem when he was trying to scoop up the stuff out of the planet. But other than that, it wasn't like, and then it was like.
Other than that, they were solving, like they were constantly solving, and they would, pose the problem so you could see what they were working on, but then they'd walk you through the solution, so you felt like you were making progress with them, which for a 2.5 hour movie you kind of needed.
It was pretty good. I give it 2 thumbs up. We'll, like I said, we don't. Movies in general, I think the whole system of theater is kind of a dying. Too many people too easy to watch at home, too easy to stream. Why go to the theater? The theater experience, you get a big
unless
TV
you want that big screen.
Well, I mean, honestly, you can buy 85, 90-inch television for your house. I mean, we're putting in our standard at work now for a large room is a 98-inch monitor.
You can turn a wall of your house into a screen if you need to.
You can get a 98-inch monitor for less than $10,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but if you're an audiophile or AV file, that's. But I'm saying those prices will come down. I remember when 80-inch monitors were that price, and now you go to Best Buy and get an 80-inch monitor for a couple grand.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can put a nice system in your house, and you won't even know that you did go to the movie. Especially, like I said, the Sticky 6, the screens aren't that big to begin with.
Yeah, and they're not anymore. When I was a little kid, they seemed so big, but now they're just like.
Well, they have shrunk. They were, yeah. I mean, yeah. So. Anyway,
bigger sheets, Get the bed sheets. Yeah, okay. So Roy says hello. He'll probably be watching this in rerun. Hi, Roy. Roy and Ross will be back on Friday, July 31st. The episode is TBD, so we will find out. To be determined. We will find out. Phil has all his usual shows this week, and he will also be vending. And Rizzo, he has something a little special for you. He put aside a My Little Pony for you because he knew you wanted one.
My Little Pony?
Yes. because he's going to the flea market in Coxsackie probably to vend. He says that he's going to put aside a My Little Pony lunchbox. Be sure to tell Rizzo I can set one aside for him if he wants it because he can get it signed by John Delancey who played Q because John does the voice for some of the ponies apparently.
I'm good. Thank you though. I appreciate him thinking of me though.
He was thinking of you.
He does. He gave me the Disney Tiki Room album, and that was really nice of him. I really super appreciated that because that's vintage. So he is very kind.
Phil is a good
guy. I don't need a My Little Pony lunchbox.
Okay. Phil is one of my all-time favorites. All right, guys. And I think next week I asked to do Defiance because I finally got it watched. All 3 seasons.
Well, I asked you to watch it so that we could do it. So how you watched it.
I've seen it. I am ready to discuss it
we're actually know what we're going to do for a change. We're going to do Defiance next week. And then we're off the following week because I'm in Las Vegas.
And then we're off because Rizzo's going to Vegas. Yeah.
So. Maybe if this won't happen, so don't plan on it. But if it's let's see about 4:00 there,
you want to do it live from Vegas?
So I could just do a quick live. Here we are in Las Vegas. It's at the show, but don't. I'll forget, guaranteed.
You'll be so busy you will never remember to do that.
Exactly. It goes like I'm there a week, and it's like It seems like a really long time, and then it goes really fast.
And you miss it. Yeah.
By the time I'm ready. That day of flying home, I'm like, I am ready to go home.
Yeah. And by then August will be underway, and next thing you know, it'll be September, and we will all be back in Ticonderoga.
Yeah.
So the time is
got a lot of work to do in New York. So
we got a ton of work to do. A ton of work. I do. They do.
There's still some cool. I don't know if anybody saw they added the black polo shirts with the Galileo logo on them.
We should put that Kickstarter link.
You can order those. They're really nice. They were our crew shirts, but Brian had some more made, so you can buy those just like the crew had. Very nice. They're really nice. They're good quality. So if you want, I don't know what the pledge rate is, but you can go to the backer kit and order those. All right. On that note, I will say good night. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you always. Good night.
Bye, guys.